Hey, this is Aly, and if you don't yet know me, well, you're missing out. I will tell you my story, how I got into the US years ago, where I'm at now, where I'm heading, and all in between. Welcome to my kitchen here in San Francisco. Tomorrow, I'm gonna have my birthday, and by the time you see this video, it will be past that. By the way, thank you my Bangladesh team who are editing this video so you guys can enjoy it. As you get to your birthday, you kinda wanna recap and see what went right and what needs to be changed. Here we are. We're gonna make some salad and you're gonna be a part of it. Back in 2009 was the first time I moved to the United States, and that was a very different time. During that time, I was considering starting a YouTube, which I did not because I did not even know what to record. What I did know was that I've always wanted to own my own company and do philanthropy through my company. And I always knew it's going to be somewhere between the US and Ukraine. After graduating from UVU, I moved to Seattle, and this is where things changed. As a Mormon kid, I was very good sitting at home working on my projects. I had an online store with Amazon selling Chinese products that I would repackage, and I ordered them from DHgate and Alibaba. AliExpress later on came. This is how I paid mostly for my school, and this is how I got my MBA. I did a lot of other side businesses like being a nanny or teaching Ukrainian and Russian to some American military. 2013 was a great year for me. Actually, 13 is my lucky number. And in 2013, I won a green card lottery, which was a big deal. I mean, it still is, right? So after applying 3 times and worrying about my student visa expiring, I finally get this DV lottery and I finally get my green card. This is when you can start working for anybody you like. And by this time, I'm like 25, 26. So here we are starting to finally work in the United States full-time and feeling like a full-on human with some rights. So finally, after gaining my green card, I could work full-time for a normal company, which I started working in Utah and worked for a big global church in tech department as a project manager, aka Scrum Master at that point. This is how I started, and that was 2014. Then years after working at a healthcare insurance company in Texas, I really grew. This is why I grew, because they let me do a lot of work and a lot of changes. When leadership enables you to make changes, this is where impact happens and you grow as a professional. So I always tell my students that you need to take a lot of ownership, responsibility, but the more responsibility you take one piece at a time, the more you can grow. As a young person, you should focus on the growth, not the money. The money will follow. That's what I was told. Working on products is always fun, and I always had side projects. I built art installations, wrote a book, I opened a co-working space, I worked for T-Mobile for several years and I loved it. T-Mobile culture was fantastic. All between 2017 and 2020 was amazing time for me. I poured my heart into it. Long story short, when you put in great work, you usually gain a lot of experience, which will help you later to talk about the money. All of these experiences led me to Microsoft, where I became a product manager, building chatbots and learning about CRMs, which I didn't have that before. Let's put aside that the war in Ukraine expanded and I co-founded a nonprofit, had 2 startups that I tried in between while working for Microsoft. All of those experiences led me to here. When I took Microsoft job, I did not know that AI is going to go bazooka and that I will end up being a part of Copilot's ingestion into CRM products. And this reminds me, you don't know what you don't know. Thanks to these experiences, I've lost some money and I've made some money. I've invested in things that worked out and some didn't, but at least I have memories and experience. I own 2 properties today and I'm still in my 30s for a little bit longer. Today I own 2 properties and own a product school, which I really love teaching and learning with my students all together. And we set up our students with internships, because this is the only way you're gonna learn the best and the fastest. That's what I did. That's what I recommend you do as well. And here we are making this salad and planning our next 20 years of life. What I am happy about and grateful is that I went with product management and product building, because that is my passion. I love the fact that from your idea, we can create something that is real, tangible, and affects people. What I also would recommend to those young students right now, what you want to do is you want to try out as much as possible. Right now, you probably don't have much money, you stress out and you're like, I just gotta go to a job. Now, the tip to those young students, you are probably thinking, I don't have much money, I need to get a job and this is it for now. You can get a job. Corporate really helps you with gaining experience. I would recommend going for startups because yes, you might burn faster, but you're also learning so much faster. So the combination of going to a startup, then going to a bigger company really does help. One teaches you speed, another one teaches you a high quality of resources, organizations, all that jazz. And it's a good pay usually. What I don't recommend is being in the fear mode. I want you to breathe in, breathe out, and not make decisions out of fear, but rather focus on what it is that really makes you go excited. I know everybody will say it again because it's true. Because in the long run, you have one life, you want to build it out the way that you want to live, because you are the main character. Step aside out of your body for a moment, look at her or him and see, where is this guy going? Where is my main character going now? Step out of your body for a moment and look at yourself as that main character. Where is he? Where is she going now? What does he need to do today? And what are the next steps for him? You might not know the entire picture, and it's all right. That's the whole point of life. But I guarantee, if you're writing your own story, don't make decisions out of fear, because that will drag you down. Happy birthday to me and good day to you. If you like this video and want to learn how to build products, subscribe and follow for more.